Juice WRLD, Eminem, Benny Blanco, Lace It. Let's get it. I don't know the last time I heard Juice WRLD.
Yeah. Roll it up, lace it, pop a few to chase it. I'm in my own matrix, none of this shit makes sense. All these humans basic, don't got no home training. Coding by the cases, I've been purple raining. Roll it up, lace.
Bro, you gotta, man, bro. The catalog of Juice WRLD is insane. He's been gone for a minute, and the fact they can still keep putting joy. The guy was in here cooking. And it's not like some things sound choppy, and there's going to be less and less as it goes on and on. Some things, usually, though, with post-Boshman, it just sounds like, I always feel like this is just let it go. But this is hot to me. I ain't gonna lie, just off, because it still has that vibe of Juice WRLD. I don't feel like I'm missing, like, you know what I mean?
I'm training, coding by the cases, I've been purple raining. Roll it up.
Coding by the cases, he been purple raining. Shout out to Future Hendrix.
Lace it, pop a few, chase it. I've been in the matrix, none of this shit makes sense. All you humans basic, you didn't get home training. Coding by the cases, I've been purple raining. Stressed out, so I tend to take meds. The devil told me good show, break a leg. All these painkillers.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I need one more bar. Hold on.
It's like I got a pair of broken legs.
Man, this nigga said it's hard. He dances with the devil, right? And he's talking about his addiction. And it's so much harder to hear Juice talk about that shit after he passed and the way he passed, because, you know, it could have been preventable, but a lot of things could have been preventable. But, like, you know what I mean? If he would have got the help he needed. And I do see people like try to get on Bibby or like his team and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that they handled everything perfect, because I wasn't there, but I've dealt with people in addiction. I've seen what addiction looks like, and a nigga's not going to change unless he wants to change. So that's I feel like that's uncalled for to ever put that on somebody else. But just as the viewer, that experience, it's that Rehab by Amy Winehouse. This shit sounds way different. Even to a degree, its age is just a number by R. Kelly. Let's be honest. That just, a lot of that shit don't sound the same no more. Not comparing him to R. Kelly, but you see how something can happen and it just changes the way the music sounds for you. R. Kelly might not have been the best example in this situation. I ain't go. I heard that nigga doing free concerts. He from Chicago too, though.
I've been purple raining, stressed out, so I tend to take meds. The devil told me good show, break a leg. All these painkillers, like I got a pair of broken legs. All these perks.
That nigga said all these painkillers, like I got a leg. Juice WRLD is the only nigga I know make me want to do this. Hold on, let me show you.
Break a leg. All these painkillers, like I got a pair of broken legs. All these perks I pop, you thought I was planning to break my neck. Grinding, man, I'm hungry for this shit like I ain't ate yet. You wish that you could have what I could have, you could just say that. If you ain't my little bitch.
And I think Juice WRLD is such a master at what he does, because Juice has like good, dope bars, but they're very palatable for anybody. There's some lines, you know, like, I don't know who Benny Blanco is. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought it was Benny the Butcher this whole time. But I was even gonna use him as an example. But, like, even in Eminem. But there's certain Eminem bars that, nigga, it's gonna take you a thesaurus, about 5 hours of film history, and God to just catch it on that first, you know what I'm saying, with M. Some of his bars of all time, right? But Juice, there's a way his bars are very digestible. You can hear it and get what he's saying. It's like funny a little bit. There's a comedic edge. Although now, you know, like I broke a leg, I broke my neck, like that. But it's like break a leg, that expression of going out to perform. And he's talking about how this addiction is, and his job and what he's doing is just sort of tying in together right now.
All these perks I pop, you thought I was planning to break my neck. Grinding, man, I'm hungry for this shit like I ain't ate yet. You wish that you could have what I could have, you could just say that. If you ain't my little bitch, them combos, you could save that. These niggas think they invincible till they see them blood holes and they made back. Roll it up, lace it, pop a few to chase it. I'm in my own matrix, none of this shit makes sense. All these humans basic, don't got no home training. Coding by the...
And he's like, and what he's saying too is very deep. He's taking this shit, so now he exists in his own world. You know what I'm saying? And when he peers and veers into the regular world, the Matrix, I guess, in the song that we're all living in, he sees it's full of jealousy and expectations and things that he just doesn't want. And he enjoys his own Matrix where he can be at in his, you know.
None of this shit makes sense. All these humans basic. Don't got no home training. Coding by the cases. I've been purple raining. Roll it up, lace it. Pop a few chases. I've been in the Matrix. None of this shit makes sense. All you humans basic. You ain't got home training. Coding by the cases. I've been purple raining.
You pop some ecstasy first. It gets progressively worse. Try your best to reverse. Unsuccessfully flirting with certain death and reverting to your promethazine urge. The fucking devil, he lurks. Lose your best friend, he smirks. Wake up and everything hurts. And as you spiral downward, listen, I know just how it is when you start slow, then before you notice it, now you're mixing.
Oh no, Eminem is bad, nigga. This is before M got sober. M, like when he was. This nigga was in his bag, and who else could do it but M? Somebody who has publicly struggled with addiction and conquered it, made it out of the other end. But there's a reality that you can tell Eminem is seeing in Juice WRLD. Because I don't know what M was taking and opposed to what Juice WRLD's taking, but I'm sure, you know, there was multiple times where just M probably shouldn't be here. You know, there's some poisons you're putting into your body and shit. Not saying I want that. I'm just saying realistically, when you pop 40 Vicodins, all this shit, your heart stops. It's not going to be a mystery, right? So I'm sure he sees it. And so he's able to talk from a perspective of real life experience, which you're just not going to beat that. You're just not going to beat a nigga who really been through some shit telling you about this shit. It's just, especially when they're wise and articulate and have good perspective, that always outbeats. That's it. That's why work experience is so important when you go to get a job, right? If you have a degree and work experience, you beat the guy with just the degree, right? Every single time. And if you have enough work experience in certain fields, you might even beat the nigga with the degree flat out. M's telling you how he starts off taking this. I don't play with some shit before. I definitely, when he said that you started with this in the night, now your heart done got to boogaloo shrimp and you taking that slow. You drinking a little to or whatever to slow to, you know, the boogaloo shrimp in your heart. I feel it. Definitely could have killed the nigga. But it's like you feel guilty, but you hear it and it's like you just know how real it is.
Listen, I know just how it is when you start slow, then before you notice it, now you're mixing oxys without prescription, cough medicine, Valium with them. But ain't that how addiction sorta works? They call it lean cause you gravitate and lean towards the perp, the blessing or the curse.
Now he's talking about how drugs can be a gateway. And I smoke a lot of Zaza, right? But I'm not one of those like super unrealistic people of Zaza. It can 100% be a gateway drug, right? A lot of drugs are, because I think what happens when you're smoking Zaza, and this isn't an anti-Zaza campaign because I like the shit, but what I'm saying is like when you're smoking it, he said it's the without, you're mixing the things without a prescription, the guidance of a prescription. So if you're 12, 13-year-old, you took the drug is bad. You watch especially like now, I don't think kids are gonna, but back, nigga, I grew up in like 2000s, really. You would think you smoked weed. You used to see those commercials with the lady on the couch all deflated and shit. You would think weed was like crack. And so then when the first time you smoke it, you go, I mean, that's not that bad, right? And then you go, well, if they was lying about this shit, which they were lying, it's not gonna do that. I wonder what this shit is. And then some of the stuff you figure out, oh no, this is just what they said it was. And I think now the world has a better approach to it where they're just not lying to kids and being honest with it. They're showing you, yeah, this could be beneficial or not. But it is something that I think it should be used for a more developed brain just because it's an instant coping mechanism. And I think we should develop coping mechanisms on our own before we look for external sources for them. Anyways, PSA done. He's talking about how it's lean because it leans to the Percocets. And I will tell you right now, there's no, like Xanax, pills, all those things. Those are guaranteed gateways into pills because what's going to happen is you're going to take the pills. not have anymore. They have a way of making you just want to keep taking them all fucking night. And then you're not going to have them anymore. You're going to see another pill. And you're like, it's in the same maybe pill family. Now you're doing it. You liked how that feels. You took another. It's definitely a gateway. Because they all sort of just look the same. You feel me? Different variants of shapes, sizes, and colors. That's about it. But it's all you put in your mouth and swallow. Some niggas chew them.
Works. They call it lean cause you gravitate and lean towards the perk, the blessing or the curse of fame, cause now you can afford to serve Percocet and Percodent, but that ain't what you meant when you said that you're in it for the perks.
Oh my God! He said cause now you can afford, because I'll tell you right now, Perk 30 run you like $90 on the streets. Really, and they really whack you over there at $9. You can get it like 30, but Perk 30 ain't no cheap thing. A bottle of lean, you want a bottle of Activist right now, and then I live in the South, you probably gonna need to spend at least $1,200 if you really want real act, and really $2,200 if you're not one of them dudes. So now he's saying because of the money you have, you can afford that. A normal addict is not affording these things. That's why it's a gateway from perks. A lot of them go to heroin. If the lean. I can't put my finger on Xanax. Usually is what I used to see, but I don't know now. You're gonna find the cheaper sort of give you the same kind of. He's saying it, but this isn't what you meant when you said that you wanted the perks of the thing. God damn, man.
Percodent, but that ain't what you meant when you said that you're in it for the perks. Develop a habit out of that. Need a Xanax, not a rap, so you pop it before you record a verse. Your buzz wear down, yeah, like a rabbit out of hat. Makes you wanna pull your hair out. Fentanyl.
Oh! This nigga said like, well, you wanna pull the hair out. You wanna put. Like a rabbit in the hat. What's another word for a rabbit?
Like a rabbit out of hat, makes you wanna pull your hair out. Fentanyl, Oxy, Demerol would possibly got Shock G, Roxy, Codonaline is probably what got Lil Peep and ODB. So many who ODB, way too young to go see me. I was lucky, my escape was narrow window. Now think I take it for granted that I'm still here, synthetic heroin. You tried to kill me, then you murdered Jared, didn't you? Piece of shit. Thanks.
And it's like, right. I don't think people realize how much drug addiction is an epidemic in the streets, or like, especially because if you sell drugs, right, 7 to 9 out of 10 of these people are going to be drug addicts, because a lot of times it's just access. You're sitting in a room with this lean, right? You would never have spent $2,200 on no fucking bottle of some shit, but you got it for like $300. So you already saved some money there. You watching this, people are just like, they're damn near advertising it to you. You watching a guy come 10 times a day to buy this shit. So you're like, man, this shit must be good as a motherfucker. You try, you're bored, you're shitting a must. You don't get drug tested at your job. You're dealing with people who do drugs all day, your homies and them, you already smoke. And a lot of times, most times, people try their shit. Don't get high in your own supply. I haven't met a nigga yet who hasn't. I have not met a nigga yet. A nigga might do little like, oh, I pay myself. No, shut up. It's the same thing. Get high on your own supply. There's no such thing as paying yourself. Niggas really will tell you that shit, bro. I don't get high on my shit, bro. I buy it from myself.
You tried to kill me, then you way too young to go see me. I was lucky.
And in conclusion to that point, like, you look at how many legends and just ODB, motherfucking, I wouldn't call Lil Peep no goddamn legend, but nigga, he was definitely a dope artist to his fans. So there's a lot of people that he meant a lot to. I just wouldn't, probably like historically wasn't here for very long. Juice WRLD, Amy Winehouse, Michael Jackson, Prince, Elvis. I could go on the list, but like people who have died because of drugs, and it's just like culture, the arts suffer from it. But also, it's like people don't really talk about the high levels of addiction in corporate America either. As I'm talking, I'm starting to realize like, yeah, addiction is probably just a problem everywhere, and those of us who don't exist in those worlds, I don't exist in corporate America very much. I don't know what's going on there. The way these niggas don't know what's going on in these trap houses in the Midwest, the way I can tell you, or in the South. You understand what I'm saying?
My escape was narrow window. Now think I take it for granted that I'm still here. Synthetic heroin. You tried to kill me, then you murdered Jared, didn't you? Piece of shit. Thanks to you, now we lost Gangsta Boo and Pimpsy, Prince and Michael mixing NyQuil with prescription Vikes addictions like a
R.I.P. to Gangsta Boo, too, Prince, Michael, I forgot her name.
Tried to kill me, then you murdered Jared, didn't you? Piece of shit. Thanks to you, now we lost Gangsta Boo and Pimpsy, Prince and Michael mixing NyQuil with prescription Vikes addictions like a fucking vicious cycle. Truth, we will forever miss you. To the younger generation, I ain't lecturing you, but man, just be careful when you
roll it up, lace it, pop a few to chase it. I'm in my own matrix, none of this shit makes sense.
Go!
All these humans basic.
Go!
Don't got no home training.
Go!
Coding by the case.
Go!
I've been purple rain.
Go!
Roll it up, lace it,
And
pop
that's
a few
the.
chase
Oh,
it. I've been
hold
in
on,
the matrix,
hold on.
none of this
Go,
shit makes sense.
bitch!
All you humans basic, you ain't got home training. Coding by the cases. I've been purple raining. I ain't coming down from this high. Able to let nobody kill my vibe. They committed social suicide. But me, I refuse to die. I will never come down from this high. I won't let them kill none of my vibe. They committed social suicide. Me, I can never ever die. Can never ever die.
Nigga. Now, that was a certified vibe check, and this definitely ain't no don't do drugs PSA. Queso done did a lot of drugs. Still do drugs, technically. But be careful with them motherfuckers. Really, you shouldn't, but I know motherfuckers told me that too, and I still did them. So all I will say is just be very careful, and there is a good chance you will die. You should tell somebody. I just being real. Like, nigga, that was my point. We all were lucky to not die. That you will get lucky not to die. Certified vibe check. Here comes another reaction by me here. Ping music video by me right there. Bob, click on it. Show me some love. You watch the videos long. You hit that thumbs up button. You're out. Stop and help. KBD family. Salute. And they be putting some bullshit in there. Trust me. Trust me. Niggas will put just about anything in there to get the weight up if it got the right consistency. Over here smoking bleach. You thinking you getting high. We gone.